Hi everybody, it's Matt Carter here. Welcome to this Google Hangout. I'm really excited to have a couple of guests with me today, which you're going to hear from in a minute. We've got them in their office in the Philippines. Daniel and Ryan, these guys are making a lot of money on Amazon. So I thought it would be really cool to do a sort of behind the scenes, more informal interview chat with these guys to really grill them for as much information as I possibly can to find out how they're doing this, because I haven't met two guys that are doing this much money on Amazon for before. It's very rare. So I thought it would be great for people on my email list and also my buddy Mark Ling's email list to get an interview with these two guys so we can help you guys listening, the audience, to learn from these two guys. So I'm going to introduce them in a second, and then I'm going to grill them with a lot of questions because I want to find this stuff out for myself, because I'm selling on Amazon in this style that these guys are doing, but not quite at the level of what you're about to hear what these guys are doing. So this is a really great opportunity for us. So make sure you make the most of it. Take notes, because there's going to be a lot of question and answers, and there's going to be practical stuff. We're going to go over to Amazon, look at products. I'm going to get Daniel and Ryan, my two friends who you're going to hear from in a minute, to show us how they do this behind the scenes, if you like, a sneak peek behind the scenes into their Amazon business. So I think you guys are going to really get a lot of cool information out of this. So without further ado, Ryan and Daniel, thanks so much for joining us. I'm just going to share your screen. I can see you guys in your office there. I appreciate you taking the time to jump on this hangout with me.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt. We appreciate you.
Yeah, nice to be here.
Yeah, great. Now, look, before we kick it off, I know you guys are making a lot of money on Amazon. I've talked to you guys before behind the scenes, and I'm pretty amazed and very impressed with your business and what you're doing. And I personally want to know a little bit more about how you do it. I want to know, and so do people on my email list, because they've heard about you guys through emails that we've been sending out this week for the stuff that you're doing. And we got a lot of emails coming back in, and they want more information about how you guys doing this, and more information just about who are Daniel and Ryan, and what do you do. So before I grill you, and I'm going to warn you, I'm going to grill you guys for as much as I possibly can get out of you in this interview. So I'm giving you a warning there. But before we jump in, I think it might help if we just do a really quick intro. Maybe you guys could tell us in a quick form what you're doing and your background, how you got to where you're at. So I'll hand over maybe Ryan. Do you just want to give us a really quick intro on yourself first?
Sure. Yeah, my name is Ryan Kassan from the United States. Daniel and I met about a little over about a year and a half ago at a dinner, and he was doing his Amazon stuff, and I was getting started in Amazon, and had some history doing a different type of online marketing business, and transitioned over to e-commerce, and we just basically met, stayed in touch, did one project together, and just kind of started working more and more closely together, and just now we're here in the Philippines.
Great, awesome. And Daniel, you have a very interesting story. When I heard your story, I just about fell out of my chair the other day. So I want you, maybe you could just quickly tell us, what were you doing 19 months ago, Daniel? Tell me that.
Yeah, so I was a college student, and I was taking student loans and stuff like that, and didn't have much money, and then I was also had a part-time job in a bowling alley alongside school.
Right. So 19 months ago, you're working in a bowling alley, and just quickly for the audience, tell us, if you don't mind, how much money you're doing on Amazon a month now.
It's just climbing over 500,000 a month in
Five,
profit.
right. So just over $500,000 a month profit. So I just want to make sure the audience heard that. So that's the sort of caliber guys that we've got on the call, and I don't get to get guys on a call like this very often, so I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that. So let's get straight into the interview. I'm going to start asking you guys some questions about this, because I'm really curious about how you made so much money in such a short space of time, because I don't think I've ever heard of a business model ever before where anybody can do that. I'll be honest with you, I've come across a lot of business models, but nothing like that. So it's all about Amazon. So you guys are selling on Amazon. So my biggest question for you: why Amazon? What's so great about Amazon, and why are you focusing on Amazon?
Yeah, I would say what's so amazing about Amazon is that it's obviously the largest e-commerce store in the world by far, and it's growing like crazy. That's what I love the most about it. You can just feel the volume increasing every day, and then you get the chance to work with them. They want you to do well. When you're selling on the site, so they hand you all the tools, all the resources, everything you need to be successful. So it's just your job to take advantage of it, and it's and it's so intact still that it's just that's why it's such a huge wide open opportunity right now.
One of the great things about it too, Matt, is there's so many different marketplaces with Amazon. So someone can easily get started with, say, the United States. But as you start to grow and expand, and depending where you're at in the world, you could even start with Amazon.co.uk, or you could start with Amazon in Italy or Germany. There's many opportunities, and for us, we see a very large kind of global business at our fingertips. Much easier to tap into.
Okay, cool. Now with Amazon though, I know you guys have a digital business model because you're in the Philippines now, but you're selling big stock in the USA, and I believe maybe in the UK too. But so can you explain to people how does that work? How is it that you can have a digital business model and not have your own warehouse and any of that stuff? Explain to people how that works.
That's possible because of Amazon, because they main thing is that it's fulfillment by Amazon. So it means that you can ship your products to Amazon's warehouses, and it basically becomes an Amazon product. So they ship it, handle customer support, everything. So you literally just have to send an email or get on the phone, order the inventory, have it shipped to the product location, and it's done. I've sold products that I've never even seen.
Amazon really is doing all the heavy lifting. You're contacting your supplier, or your outsourcer or team member is contacting the supplier. Product gets shipped to Amazon. Amazon handles all the order fulfillment, 99% of the customer service, which is great. They handle returns. All of that is done by them. So literally, we're just kind of sitting on the back end of it.
Okay, so just to clarify, so fulfillment by Amazon, or FBA, so this is where you send the stock from your supplier straight into Amazon's warehouses. They warehouse it, they ship it out to the customer, they manage most of the customer support. So you don't have to have a warehouse, you don't have to have a website, you don't have to have a courier, any of that stuff. It's all done for you. So you guys just focus on getting the product to sell, and that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right, okay. So that's allowing you, I assume, to have such great scale. Like, Daniel, you're now doing $500,000 profit a month, and only 18 months after starting. You could never do that if you stored your own product or had your own e-commerce store or your own warehouse. It'd be impossible, right?
Yeah, the overhead would be much higher, and the hassle of running your own warehouse, and doing all the shipping, individual shipping it would be a nightmare, all the processes you would have in place, and just, being able to ship products like Amazon is, virtually impossible, because they're so advanced.
Right. Okay, so that makes sense to me. So I can see the advantage, because a lot of people starting out online, they struggle with the technical stuff of domains, hosting, website, all that tricky stuff. So that's basically removed out of the picture completely. And on top of that, the warehousing is removed, the courier handling, all of that's totally removed. So it's a very appealing business model. So tell me then, how the product side of it, I know a lot of people are concerned if they get into selling their own product on Amazon, because you can't sell somebody else's product doing this. You've got to have your own brand. How difficult is that for somebody to actually get their own product? And maybe just while you're answering that, explain why you have to have your own product.
Just to clarify, you can actually sell other people's product with the same business model, but you don't get the same benefits, because you don't control your listing, you don't have your own page and stuff. So you want to sell your own product. Yeah.
And really, the reason behind that is, Matt, when you're selling your own product, you have a lot more control. So we can control it starting from the sourcing process. We can create the product and put our own packaging together. So Daniel and I are really big fans of making our products look really premium. We want them to be really high quality, so that when a customer receives it, they actually are getting a really high quality product, and there's lots of perceived value. because it is a very valuable product. So, you want to have that ability, and then when you have your own product, you're obviously shipping it all to Amazon for them to handle everything, and then you don't have to. You basically control the listing, and that's the big point, and that really kind of starts the whole Amazon engine.
Right. Okay. We'll have a look at an Amazon page in a minute. You can clarify what you mean by control the listing. But isn't it difficult? Is it going to be difficult for people to create their own product? We're talking about getting something designed and manufactured like from scratch. I mean, that sounds difficult. So obviously, explain that for people.
So usually, like the process is that you don't create something from scratch. You find something, you know what product you want to sell, and then you find a manufacturer that is already creating the product, because that's how it works. Like, people don't know, but like multiple brands will be selling exactly the same product from some factory in China or in the US. So you just need to brand it. So you just need to have your own labeling on it, your own packaging, and then you have your own product. So most of the time it's already there.
Yeah, and what's so easy about that is when a company that you're dealing with that specializes in private labeling, they do this all the time. So they usually have a staff in-house that will actually just help you create the labeling, help you create your branding, all of that stuff right there for you. So people that are just getting started, it makes it really simple for them, so they can just plug into that if the supplier has that available.
Right. Okay. So it's relatively simple then. You're just picking a product that's already made, but you're packaging it in a more appealing way that's going to help you make more sales than somebody else with the same product who's not doing a very good job of packaging it right, presenting it right.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. Okay. Look, what it would be really cool is if you guys can show us on screen. If you could actually go to Amazon, I would like for you to show me how do you find such a product. If we were going to go and do this right now and we were going to get a product on Amazon, can you show us an example of what would be a typical product that somebody could do this with? And then maybe once we've done that, we'll talk about how somebody would go and find such a product from a manufacturer like you just talked about. So maybe you can share your screen, and
Sure.
we can shoot over to Amazon now. And I just want to sort of get inside your head and see, guys that make so much money on Amazon, how you think and what you do, because that's going to help the rest of us, be able to sort of replicate and get this going. So I can see your screen now on Amazon. So I'll just let you walk me through. Find a product that this would work for, and tell me sort of your thinking behind why you're picking this product and why you think it's a good one. So I'll leave it over to you.
Okay, so first off, just as you can see on the home page, on the left-hand side, they have the different departments that you can choose from, and Daniel's highlighting over these. So this is actually not a full, complete list. So what we do, if we're just going to kind of start from scratch, is we always look at the full store directory, which is going to be the last one, and it's going to pull up Amazon's, their basically biggest selection here. And you can now just kind of start looking through all of these different categories. Now, when you're looking at these categories, you see on the left-hand side there's some initial digital things. So digital music, stuff for Amazon Fire TV, audiobooks, movies and stuff like that, Kindle. We want to just kind of ignore that stuff because this is something that we cannot private label. So if you just look on the right-hand side, they're all different types of things like electronics, clothing, home and garden, sports and outdoors, etc. And these are all Amazon's different types of categories. So I would say if we're just kind of looking around here, if we jump into maybe the electronic accessory category here, obviously in this day and age, electronics are super popular. Everyone's got different types of phones, tablets, and everything like that. So electronic accessories can be extremely popular. Amazon just came out with their new phone. So the first thing that we can do is you can look at their featured categories and see what they have actually available. And we can just pick something here. Maybe just go into car electronics and see what we've got. So once we're inside this category, on the left you'll see Amazon kind of gives you some featured shops and things like that. If you just scroll down on the actual page, you can see them show you different types of things. So it's subwoofers, satellite, GPS. Now, when we're looking at this, we're wanting to look for something that's pretty simple. We wouldn't want to sell, like, for example, a subwoofer or anything like that. There's a lot of things that could go wrong with it. So let's just jump into maybe the vehicle electronics accessories. This would be simple devices that are going to basically be like attachments and things. And so you see here, let's look, one of the first cell phone accessory type things is what they offer here. So we just click on cell phone accessories since we were talking about phones. And we've got an item here. The first item looks like a windshield car mount holder. Sells for about $20. So when we're looking at products, we don't care too much what people are selling them for. We want them to be, selling well, and we want the price to be somewhat reasonable. But we're always going to price our products normally a little bit higher because, as I mentioned before, we usually are looking for premium type stuff. So let's just click on this first listing for our ease sake and have it pull up. So you can see, we'll just call this a car mount holder for your iPhone for ease. It looks like it just sits up on your dashboard, one of those things that you can clip your phone into so that you can be talking on your phone through your Bluetooth or something like that. You're not holding it to your ear. So it sells for $20. Looks like there's about 6,200 reviews, which means it's doing well. And if we just scroll down, we can see here that this is actually number 21 in cell phone accessories, which means it is selling incredibly well. So you can see it has a simple kind of listing here with different images and stuff like that. If we now got some initial justification, Matt, what we would now do, just to kind of get some more clarification, and I'll have Daniel do this on the computer, we'll just search within this category for car mount holder. And I just want to show people how easy this is, because now we found a product selling well. We want to see if this is something that is going to be a good opportunity for us. We obviously know it's selling extremely well, and let's just click on a few of these. Daniel's going to pull these up.
So the ones with lower amount of reviews.
Yeah, so we want to look at the third and the fourth one here, which are selling for $21.99 and $15.99. So this is the first one, and you see it only has 39 reviews, which when we see something that has 39 reviews, we know that this is a very, very good opportunity because it's very, there's not a lot of competition on it yet. It means we can easily get to this point. Someone can easily, someone brand new could be able to get, 50 to 100 reviews following the way that we do things very, very easily. So if we scroll down, you see this product is still 1,567 in cell phone and accessories, and that means that it's still selling incredibly well. This category, it's hard to throw a number out there, but I would guesstimate maybe at least 50 units a day this product would be selling just in this. And you can see here, if we look at this product description, and maybe highlight a part of that there, Daniel, so that you can see, this is very just bland looking. It's just some text. It's not, they don't have bullet points even or a title. They don't have the call to action. They have some good information in here, but the way that they're displaying it is very difficult for people to read. So by improving this listing, you would actually be able to make even more money, adding better photos, doing just maybe 5-10 minutes of cleanup on this listing could dramatically improve the conversions on this. Sorry about that. And so you can easily improve this listing. And what's great about that is, this is one of the things that Daniel and I are really good at. We actually have products that convert over 40% on Amazon. And it's going to depend on the marketplace, but all the same principles need to be applied. And it's super simple to make those adjustments. And let's just real quick, Matt, if you don't mind, take a look at this next listing And feel free to chime in if you have any questions or need clarification.
Yeah, I just want to clarify one thing for me. You said that it had a bestseller rank of 1,500 in accessories. Tell people what does that mean exactly? What is a bestseller rank? What indication is that?
Sure. So what Amazon does is they classify their products on a ranking scale of what is the top selling product all the way up until, hundreds of thousands. And it's telling you that this product right now is the 1,567th most selling product within this cell phone and accessories category, which is a very large volume category. So in this case, just like golf, the lower the number, the better. But if it's really, really low, it means it's going to be really, really competitive. So this is a great sign. This is selling well, but it's also a listing that can be dramatically improved. And again, that would make you make more money on the actual product.
Right. So this product's selling, let's say, 50 units a day at a guess, and they're not doing a very good job of it on the product description, and they don't have many reviews. So
Right.
they're making money despite their efforts. Like they've just put up an average effort, and they're still able to make money. That seems pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely, and you can see here their image quality, it's pretty good, but a lot of it is really just the same thing shown over and over. So you can be much more creative here and or do a much better job of showing value here. Not to mention, if
Right.
you, that last picture, that's a picture of their box. To me, that doesn't speak electronics. I don't really understand the color choice there, but it's very, very simple to create a nicer looking box as well. So if you
And
want,
is that how common is it to find products like this on Amazon that are obviously this is making money and they're not doing a very good job? Is that very common, or is this sort of the exception?
there are tons of products just like this, and that's the great thing is you can find these every single day. I mean, Daniel and I have lists of hundreds of products that are just like this that we want to create, in the next 6 months because there's so many opportunities. It's so unbelievable.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Can you show us another one? That was really fascinating. Have a look at another example.
So this is actually the same product, but this is the number 4th product for the actual listing. So you can see up here on the top, they only have 25 reviews. So this one has even less, a little more than half of the previous one. You can see their bullet points here on the top are just very kind of generic. They're more of features. You can do some features, but just, like a lot of things, we want to talk to benefits. As a consumer, you want to know what it's going to do for you and how it's going to help. So we really want to focus on benefits. Down here at the bottom, we see that, wow, this is actually number 175 in cell phone accessories, which means that it's selling
Wow.
easily several hundred a day. Honestly, this is pretty amazing. You can see here that their description is just 3 or 4 sentences, and I mean, really, this thing could be dramatically improved. It's pretty insane.
It's definitely going on our list.
This one's going on our list, yeah. But
It's going on my list.
yeah, it should go on everyone's list. But if you scroll up, this one is pretty unique. So you can see that one of the reasons it might be selling so well is instead of just mounting to your dashboard, this one actually looks like it clips on to the vent, your air vent on your
Right.
car. So it's just the exact same product, but a slight variation, which, as we can see, we'd have to do a little more research to tell, but we can see just from this first product here that we're looking at that it seems like people prefer that a lot more because
so there's probably a huge opportunity for air vent, car mount holders because that's probably very untapped for some reason. So someone came out with this product, and they haven't done that good of a job. So they can come up with the same product and just do it way better and tap into all these sales so easily.
And one thing to note about this product where Daniel has it highlighted here is where it says universal. So what makes that so great is this product is universal to smartphones. So it can fit the Samsung Galaxy, iPhone 5S, iPhone 4, all those different phones will work on this particular holder. So it's a very, very large market of the people that you can sell to. So this is actually an amazing opportunity.
Wow, okay, I see. So I just got a quick question for you. Is it better to go for products where you have a variety of different keyword phrases that you could show up for on Amazon? Like I assume something like this, you could show up for Galaxy, car mount, phone mount. You could say iPhone. There could be lots of different phrases that you could be popping up when people type into Amazon. Is that something that you aim for? Is that a good thing?
I won't want to say that we aim for it, but if it's something that's possible, we're more than happy to take advantage of it because
Right.
the key thing to Amazon is these are people that are on here are basically all buyers. Amazon has, millions upon millions of people with their credit cards stored, Amazon Prime members and all that things. So it makes it so easy for someone to be able to purchase. So really, the traffic's very laser targeted. So if we're showing up for something generic, like we search for car mount holder, that traffic's going to be extremely high converting. It's not like we're in Google search where we might want to show up for Samsung Galaxy S5, car mount holder or something like that. It's still going to be extremely powerful. But if you can, and the great thing about setting up your listings properly is a lot of times you'll naturally do that. And then if you start to do that a little bit naturally, Amazon, again, as Daniel mentioned, really works hard for you. So as you start to build your listing and get more and more sales, Amazon is going to show you more often. And they have, amazing databases that shows where people buy from. So if you start selling car mount holders, they're going to naturally start ranking you for Samsung Galaxy car mount holder and things like that. That all will happen in time.
Right. So if you do a good job for Amazon, they're going to reward you with more and more traffic over time, and it's going to snowball. Is that sort of what you're saying?
Exactly. Just think of it
Right.
as you're making them money, and the more you can do to help them, the more they want to help you.
Right. Because often I've noticed with Amazon, if I'm searching on stuff for a while, I'll often get emails from Amazon the next day or during the week selling me the stuff that I was looking at that week. So they're email marketing for products. They've got affiliates as well that are selling products. And they show up the products in all sorts of different searches and the best of categories. So is that what you're sort of alluding to? You just start getting pushed by Amazon in all sorts of different ways.
Yeah, you get that all sorts of different ways, and I'm sure you know, and you've probably seen this, is even when, if you're visiting Amazon listings and then you go on Facebook, they'll actually start to show you retargeting ads for the products that you visited. They run advertising. Amazon is one of Facebook and one of Google's largest advertisers, and they will actually run ads on both networks for you once in time.
Wow, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So you really are partnering with Amazon. So as long as you do a good job for them, they're going to do a lot of the grunt work on the marketing side for you, and on the back end with the warehousing and all the customer service, they do all that as well. So it's pretty incredible, really, the opportunity on Amazon. It's mind blowing. So that's great.
In a way, your job is just to get like the ball rolling, to spark,
Right.
spark it, and then Amazon takes over because as soon
Yeah.
as they notice that this is popular, this is getting a good conversion rate, all those factors that they care about, then they're gonna start pushing it, and it's gonna start popping up all over the site, and that's when we get the traction.
Right. I see. Now, I want to ask you guys some more questions in a minute on how you get things to convert better than other products. But before we do that, can we just do an example like this? Let's say we want to find this product. Let's say somebody wants to get started. They want to set up a seller account on Amazon. How are they going to find that product to sell? Let's say we want to do an air vent smartphone car mount. What are they going to do to find somebody who's going to let them private label that product and sell it on Amazon. So can you walk us through how you do that?
Yeah, so for those of you guys that don't know yet, one of the biggest sites out there is Alibaba. They're doing a IPO, and which is initial public offering, and that's $20 billion with a B, and it's a very, very big site, and they have all different types of products available for you. You can see on the left-hand side, there's just massive number of different categories that you can choose from. And so one of the easiest places to go initially to find, just to see that there are suppliers out there for you to use, is to come to Alibaba and to just do a quick search for car mount holder. And you can actually see it came up in suggest as well. And we'll just kind of look here and see what we actually have available. So you can see there's several different types of options. And the reason we like to look for this general car mount holder first is, Matt, a lot of times when you go super specific and say something like air vent, smartphone, car mount holder, it's going to limit your actual results. These suppliers are really, really bad at marketing. They're really bad at getting themselves out there. So what we like to always do and teach our team to do is start general, so that when they pull different things up, they can actually get some general suppliers first and add those to a list, just in case we can't find this actual specific one. So does that make sense before we do the actual search for the specific?
Yeah, I understand. Yep.
So let's go ahead and just now do a search for the air vent one. What we were looking at. Okay, so you can see here this first one is an air vent car holder.
Universal.
It's universal, and it's for smartphones. You can also see, maybe pull this one up in a new tab, Daniel, so we can just look at that. So let's just take a look at this first one for ease. You can see it has two different colors here. It looks like clear and then black. One thing to notice is for this, you actually only have to order 50 units at a time. So that means that if you're brand new, you can get into this very, very easily. And 50 units, we'll see. We would have to contact them for the price, but I'm guessing that this product is only going to be a few dollars a unit. If we guesstimated it at $3, maybe $4, $5 to be safe, but we think it'd be way less, maybe like $2 a unit. But if we just said 5, just to be extremely safe, you can see that someone could get started if they ordered 50 units. That's $250. So very, very little to get started, but it's most likely going to cost about $2 a unit. So let's go ahead and just scroll down a little bit here.
And are you looking, when you're looking for a product, are you looking to find a product that's going to be better than the ones on Amazon, or just the same but you package it better? Like, what do you think about that?
Yeah, you need to obviously get samples and stuff and make sure that it's good enough, that it actually does what it says it's going to do, and it it's crap. You need to make sure that it says it's good enough. So you should probably get a couple of samples from a few different suppliers. But then you need to the main thing is just packaging, because that's really what's going to identify you as a premium product.
Right.
So that's the main thing.
So just to add on to what Daniel said, and that's kind of when I was talking through the electronics category, we wanted to find a product, Matt, that wasn't too complicated. If we're selling a subwoofer, there's so many different things that could go wrong. Whereas you look at this product, and it's literally just like a couple pieces of plastic, it's going to be very difficult for something to actually go wrong with the product from a technical standpoint. So that is really important. You want to try and keep the product simple to start, so that you make sure you're providing something that isn't going to kind of overwhelm you, and it's going to make this whole process really, really fast to get going. The other thing that I want to mention is we talked about the supplier being able to help you with your brand and things. You can see here that underneath packaging and delivery, they actually will do like a colored box for you. They bump up the requirement to 100 pieces, so you wouldn't be able to order the 50, but if you just did 100, and you know, again, at our very, very conservative estimate of $5 per unit, that would only be 500. Yeah, our highest estimate of, you know, it would be $500, but we figure just from our experience, this would probably cost about $2 roughly to actually make. So it'd only be about 200 bucks.
So somebody could actually get started with inventory in Amazon for a couple of $100. That's pretty amazing,
Yeah.
Yeah,
really, isn't it?
what's pretty crazy is Daniel's actual first inventory was $268 when he placed his first order. My
Wow.
first inventory order that I ever did, I went crazy, and it was $672. So, you know, you can see that you can get into it really, really quickly. You know, there's not that big barrier to entry.
So that's pretty incredible because a lot of business models in the physical product marketing space, you just can't do that. I mean, for a couple $100 to get started, but that's the beauty of Amazon, I guess, because you can start with a single product. You don't have to have a whole range of products, which I think is very appealing for people when they're beginning in this thing. Like, it's pretty low risk, which is good. I like it.
Yeah, and you can see they provide some example photos and things like that. And, you know, it's really easy to contact suppliers through here. They have the ability to contact them on the upper right-hand side. You can see it communicate with the supplier. And
Right.
just to, you know, clarify, if someone's using Alibaba, if you scroll up, we always like to look for in the upper right corner. We want to make sure they're verified suppliers. You know, we've got some information there, and normally when we contact them, we just really want to kind of vet them to make sure that they're a quality supplier. But this one, from, you know, just what we've seen here, looks pretty good. You know, obviously they are established in 2013, which is a little bit newer, but they still could be 100% great. So really,
Right.
somebody, again, this is an incredible product. So somebody listening on the call, you know, this could easily be a product that they utilize. And what's great, even here, as Daniel has highlighted, they actually accept payment for PayPal, which, for those of you that don't know, PayPal is a great customer advocate, and you're actually protected when you purchase through PayPal. So it makes it even easier for your first transaction to know that you'll have that additional protection as well.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic. I never knew that about Alibaba. I've used this quite a lot, but I never noticed that feature for some sellers. Cool. So just to clarify, you could have the exact same product as that other one selling on Amazon, but you just package it in a more premium looking way, but technically it's exactly the same product, but you could outsell them or outperform them. Although it's the same product, you just did a better job of displaying that product. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So their brand name was iCross, and so instead of being iCross Universal Smartphone car mount holders, it could be, you know, Ryan and Daniel's Universal car mount holders, whatever we wanted to call our brand.
Right, and then you're just getting the supplier, say this one's obviously in China, to send your first order, let's say it's a couple of boxes of these phone holders, straight to Amazon. So you never actually handle the boxes or anything. It's going straight from China all the way into an Amazon warehouse, and then the Amazon warehouse ships it to the customer for you when you make a sale on their website. That's pretty much the system, isn't it?
That's exactly true. And you know, there's some people out there that are maybe a little bit more OCD, like myself sometimes, and you can actually have them ship you a sample, or we actually have friends that sometimes when they order a product themselves, just so that they can have a little bit of a better understanding, is they may ship their first order, if it's only 50 units, instead of going right to Amazon, they'll go to their house just so they can see it. And they want to be able to see it, touch it, you know, kind of makes it more real for them, and then they just forward it along to Amazon. And what's great is then when you forward it along to Amazon, Amazon is a preferred partner of UPS, and you know, it costs you, it is so cheap to send a product from your house to Amazon. It would for 50 units, it would probably cost you like $5 to do that.
Right.
So that's always another option. I know some people are a little bit uneasy sometimes about sending things directly to somewhere without ever seeing it. Daniel and I prefer that, obviously, because we're usually traveling all over, so it's much more challenging for us. But that is an option.
Right. Okay. So it all sounds pretty straightforward. I mean, you go to the site, you can check him out. Alibaba is a very well-known site. You can get samples, and once you got a sample, you can get it into Amazon. So I've got a couple more questions that I want to clarify with you guys, because it's all well and good that you can get a similar product and you can package it better, but what if there's, say, 20 other people already with this product on Amazon? Like, how are you going to be sure? How come you're so sure that you can beat them? Like, what are some of the things that you can do that are going to make sure that you win in every situation that other people listing just don't seem to get right?
Yeah, so I would say, I mean, so if you should probably show a listing then, so we can
Yeah,
talk about
let us
that.
show a listing so that you can actually see
Okay.
what
Yes.
we're talking about.
Let me show this one again as an example. So, and there's a lot of things here. The first thing are the images. There's a lot of things you can do with the images. These are pretty good. They explain things and stuff. So they're actually doing a pretty good job with the images, I would say. But you want to use up all the space you have here, for example, and you want to catch the retention. Obviously, the reviews are huge. That's probably the biggest factor. How many reviews you got and the ratings, and your title.
Yeah, the one thing that I always look at too is you see here that when you look at these reviews, they have almost a 5-star, but they have 21 5-star reviews and then 5 reviews that are 3 stars or less. So what we always like to do, is we like to look at what negative reviews are saying. So it might be something about the product that needs to be better explained. It might be something that the supplier could help us with, or it might be something that when they get it in the mail, they just need better instruction on how to actually use it. So all of those things can be improved, and just getting 1 or 2 negative reviews could, long term be quite poor for you. So we always want to make sure we do that. The other thing, as I mentioned before, is these bullet points. These bullet points can definitely be improved. You can see they're keeping them very short, and they're kind of explaining different things. But it's important to really be detailed, benefit-driven here. So we have a kind of a specific process that we go through on that. Also, if we scroll down, we see this product description, which is just this section right here. It's, as I mentioned, it's just a few sentences, and it's all combined. So, just like on a very simple web page, you would want to make sure you had a title that kind of, talked about what this description is. You wrote your description in a way to really help the customer make a decision about buying it. And you don't need to be salesy or anything like that, but you just want to explain exactly what your product is and how it's going to benefit them. And you need to break it up so that it's easy to read. If you think about, just as a user of Amazon and other websites yourself, when you're going through and browsing different websites, you usually are scanning things. So the same thing usually happens with product descriptions. You want them to be able to be read when someone's scanning them. So to do that, you want to have a title. You might have different bullet points or sections that are labeled with another title. And then obviously at the end, it's a great idea to have some type of call to action. One of the things about Amazon is right at the end of the listing, there's no, they can't just add to cart right there. They usually go back up to actually, click to add it to the cart, or they may do this frequently bought together thing, but they're adding the cart up here on the upper right-hand side. So it's really simple, as you can see. I mean, there's only just a few things, but those few things could mean the world of difference in being able to sell, this actual product.
Right. So this is pretty. I mean, anybody could really do these sort of things. You don't have to have a a background in any sort of ninja programming or anything like that, like some of these information marketing stuff that you have to. This seems pretty achievable for your average person. Would you agree?
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Right. Okay. So, how does Amazon? I know, like with Google, if you're trying to rank at the top of Google, it's quite a science. And so, with Amazon, how do they rank? Who gets to the top, and why do they get to the top?
So, there's a few things that come into play. The biggest are the sales that you're getting and the reviews that you have. So, one of the things that we always try and focus on, and we hinted to this a little bit earlier, is, we have some products converting extremely well, upwards, over 40% for some of these products. And one of the things that Amazon is constantly looking at is how much money they're making per visitor. So we firmly believe that if our listing is producing more money per visitor, they're actually going to move it up. So let's use an example. If we send 100 people to our listing and we sell 10 of these products, that means that it's $15.99. So 10 times $15.99 is basically $160. Okay, that's how much money comes in. Obviously, Amazon doesn't get all of that, but that's how much money came in. Now, if we sold 30 instead, that means we're actually getting about $480. So it just makes 100% sense that Amazon would show you more often than someone when they're only making $160. So
Right.
that is one thing. The other thing is the actual reviews. So as you get more and more reviews, Amazon is very big on people being able to buy products that they're going to really like. And Amazon does not want to get returns. Amazon wants happy customers. So the more reviews you have and the better your feedback and everything like that, Amazon is going to actually start to rank you higher and higher as well. So it's very simple to focus on really those two things. Just focus on your sales, focus on your reviews, and you'll naturally start to climb in the Amazon ranking.
Right. So the reviews, it's more than just helping you make a conversion. Amazon are actually looking at the number of reviews and how positive they are, and that will actually give you a bump on its own, let alone the conversion it will help you with. Is that right?
Yeah, and they look at things like even like review velocity, I think. So,
Right.
how many reviews do you get, per sale, basically? Because they want reviews, and that shows
Right.
customer engagement and stuff like that. So it's all these factors. But like Ryan said, if you focus on, sales and reviews as the two things, then you basically, improve in all the right areas. So it's all like it's all connected. And this
Right.
isn't a system, but those are the two key features.
Wow. Okay. So I can see how you guys have really cracked this. You seem to know a lot about it, which is amazing. I can see why you're making so much money. Okay. So some more questions that I have is what about big brands? Is it hard to compete with big brands, big branded companies on Amazon? Is that a problem for people coming in who are new and don't have any sort of brand at all yet?
So unlike the search engines, you talked about SEO and it kind of being more of a science. Unlike with the search engines where a big brand has a ton of credibility, a ton of history, massive amounts of links and everything that makes it more difficult. With Amazon, I actually personally like to see some big brands. And the reasoning behind that is big brands really are just putting their products on Amazon. They put them on other sites as well to get extra sales. They're not really doing anything that they need to be doing to sell well. They're just putting them up there as another medium for them to make sales. So really, it's a good opportunity, and it's not something that you need to be afraid of at all. It actually could be something that is a benefit.
Yeah, a lot of times it's actually like sellers, that are doing the wholesale model, so they're not doing the same thing as us because they're not promoting the listings and the product pages. They buy wholesale from the brands and then they list it. So, if you look at the screen right now, like you see here, we have two new sellers, like two sellers selling this this product. and it's the same one actually. As you see here, it's the same seller. So that probably means that it's a private label product. So it's like one person that the only person that can sell this product because they own it, and that's how they control the listing and they get all the sales. And that's why they can promote the page because they get all the benefits of it. But if you're selling a big brand, there will be multiple sellers, so there's no point for you basically promoting it because then other people just start selling it too, and that they will start competing on price because the person that gets this box, like so the number one choice, if someone buys it, is the one with the lowest price usually. So there's no incentive for them to promote it basically. So branded, like the big brand products on Amazon don't really get promoted on Amazon, and their pages don't get improved. They don't convert that well because they're not optimized like we can do. So we are doing a totally different game. We're playing a game that they're not really playing.
And let's just use an example so people can understand, Matt. So if someone's selling just a thing that I buy on Amazon, and I'm sure you do as well, is I buy tons of books. I love to read and I love to buy all different types of books. So if I was selling, if someone put on here a book, really popular book like I don't know, Think and Grow Rich, and what you would see where Daniel was just showing here that says too new, you would see probably dozens, if not hundreds, of different people actually selling that particular book, and that would then mean that all those people could actually buy from that person. So it's not someone buying from an actual brand. So you can see here on this one, this particular car mount, there's 42 different people selling this from anywhere from $1.85 all the way up to quite a bit more. The actual listing is selling for, I think it was, scroll up just a little bit, I think it was about $14 or something.
Yeah, that's why it's so cheap, because everyone's competing on price.
Yeah, so everyone here is actually competing on price, and it's $3.02. This is the exact opposite of what we're wanting to do and avoid, and this is what normally happens with those kind of bigger brands is since they aren't private labeling it, they have no control over that listing, like I mentioned previously.
Right. So that's when you mentioned it earlier on in this video, you said you can control the page. So obviously for people watching, that's exactly what you mean. You're the only one selling your brand, so you can't have anyone competing on price with you. So you're the only person on the page that they can buy from. So you get all the sales off the page. So that makes complete sense to me. So basically, big brands is not a problem at all. So there's not even anything to worry about for new people coming in and doing this, which is great. It means like the small people out there in the world can get in and get a slice of the action, which I think is pretty cool.
It's 100%, and I actually read an article the other day that was talking about Amazon and its growth is coming from the millions of different individuals that are selling all different types of products, and it's that smaller person, the smaller business that is really kind of pushing them further. So they want you to do this.
And this is why Amazon is like a launching platform for new brands, because by default, there are big brands on there, and then you come in and you start playing a game that no one's playing basically, and you just kick their ass because you're doing stuff that you beat them in every area. So people start buying your product, and you become the #1 brand on Amazon this time. So you just build a brand because that's it's a huge authority. Then you can go eventually to stores and stuff and show them that, and they're like, wow, people are choosing your product on Amazon, so it's got to be the best product kind of thing. So that's why you can just come in. It's an unbelievable opportunity to come in and create a brand from nothing, just because of because of exactly this. You can compete and play a game that they're not playing.
Right. It's an amazing opportunity. I just can't think of any other way where you could do something like this with such massive scale and such low barrier to entry. It's incredible. It's like it sounds, the way you're describing, it's like taking candy from a baby, so to speak. Yeah. Now, what about like getting the packaging designed? You mentioned earlier that the packaging is an important part. What if somebody's not a graphic designer? How hard is this going to be for somebody to get that done?
Yeah, so honestly, it's super simple, and I'm not sure if you still see our screen or if you're back on our faces here, but basically, so when you're doing any type of design or anything like that, Daniel and I are not graphic designers. Daniel was studying psychology in college. I studied French and marketing, and we have no. I'm actually very little technical knowledge, but you can hire that out. Whether the supplier you're using does it for you, or we love to use Odesk. We love to use 99 Designs. I got one of my full-time designers that I have. I got from 99designs.com, and which is what's great about that site is it's super easy to use, super user-friendly, but you have people compete for you. So you may put up a project about your design for your brand, and I had, I think, like 35 or 40 different people create designs for me, all of which I had never really thought could look that good. And then basically I just ended up choosing one. So it's super simple to do.
Right, good, cool. Yeah, I know. And 99 Designs, it's a good site actually. They do a really good job. So design's pretty easy to do. That's cool. Okay, so moving along, if somebody wanted to earn, let's say, $100,000 a year, a lot of people would have a dream just to get to that level and leave their day job, work for themselves like you guys, have the flexibility and that lifestyle that you guys have got. Let's just say someone wanted to get 100 grand a year. How many products would they need to be able to get to that level? Are we talking 50 products, 100 products? How many?
Now, what's great about this, Matt, is obviously people want to usually hit a home run. They want to find that product that's going to make them $30,000 a month or something like that. But like at the end of the day, $100,000 a year is going to change someone's life. So we always try and help people find products that are going to generate about $100 to $200 a day in profit. And so to get to that 10K, honestly, if you got 2 products, you can do it with 1 product really easily. But if you have 2 products, maybe 3, you should have no issues getting to that point. And to be at that point, you really only need to be selling a handful of sales every single day to kind of hit that. We looked at that previous product. You could probably sell that product for about $20, maybe a little bit over, and generate, I would say, if you're selling for about $20, you're going to make about 14 in profit, roughly, per sale. At the end of the day, maybe we'll just say 15 to be easy. So if you sold 10 a day, that's $150 a day in profit. It's really nothing. And that product we're talking about selling maybe 200 plus a day right now. So they're obviously making way more. They're probably making 2,000 plus a day in profit.
That's just crazy, isn't it? So that's really not that difficult. I mean, when you break it down like that in the numbers, a couple of products, and that's to get to something like 100 grand. To somebody like that's a big salary. Like people would be blown away. I mean, and that doesn't seem that difficult on Amazon when you break it down like that and you look at the competition. I mean, that one you showed me, that car mount thing, it didn't even look like they were doing a very good job, and they were making substantially more than that. So it's just mind-blowing. Amazon really does just blow me away. I can't get my head around it. Okay, so we.
Matt, what's interesting to me is, someone coming out of college in the United States, just spent 4 years, $50,000 plus in education, sometimes $100,000 plus in education. A lot of times these people are getting paid $40,000, $50,000 a year. So just imagine to be able to replace a job where you made $50,000 a year. You really, if you had 1 product selling 10 units a day, making $15 profit per unit, you're already making more money than you would at your job. It's really, I like to use examples like that because it makes it so much more real. Because I remember when I came out of college, making $35,000 a year, and it was just nothing.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it seems crazy when you look at the numbers like that, the amount of work you'd put in for a full-time job compared to putting just 1 product on Amazon. It's quite staggering, really. Okay, so a couple more questions, and then we'll move on to some other things. But what are some of the most common mistakes that you see people making when they're getting into this? Can you think of a couple of just common blunders that we can help people avoid if they're going to try to get into this?
I would say, just to start with, like the overall thing that I see people basically not understanding is it's the direction, like what works, what to focus on. Like we were saying, sales and reviews, like most people don't realize that that's the most important stuff, because
Right.
they're all over the place. It's like I try this, I'll try this, I'll try this, and this doesn't work, this doesn't work, because they're not focusing. Like they don't have the like you have this broad range of things to do, but there's essentially there's like few things that you need to do, and people just don't know what that is. But once they know what that is, that's when they see results.
And it's interesting. It's just like anything, when people are trying to start new things, they kind of want to stay busy. And we don't want people to stay busy. We want people to do the things that are going to make them money. So spending your time setting up like a Pinterest page that looks all pretty and you can add some photos to, or setting up a Facebook page, none of that stuff matters, at the end of the day. We want to generate sales and we want to generate reviews, because that's going to make you money and that's going to get you excited to keep moving forward. So that's definitely a big blunder. One of the other things that I would say is a big blunder is trying to make everything absolutely perfect. Speed of implementation is huge for us. We like to find something and just get it set up, and we can improve upon it. What's great about Amazon, the first order we send them, our labels can look one way, and then the next time, our packaging may be different. We may have a box. We may have a different thing all set up. So we can improve upon it down the line, as opposed to going, okay, I'm going to wait 4 weeks to get all this different stuff set up when I could have just shipped it 1 week in. So taking too long to try and be perfect is a big thing.
Right. Right. Okay. So keep it simple and take action quickly. So how long can it take How long can it take someone to actually, if they spot an opportunity, what's realistic to actually get this thing up and ready to sell on Amazon? Like, how long are we talking? What's time frame?
It's going to depend where your supplier is. So, a lot of stuff that we supply is in the United States. And, as an example, we can order a product from someone in the United States today, and it may take them 3-4 days to put it all together and then ship it off to Amazon. And then it takes Amazon 2 to 3 business days, sometimes less, for it to be approved, and then you can be up. So it can be really quickly. Sometimes, though, like for that product, just to be fair, that we were looking at is coming from China, so it's going to take a little bit longer because it has a longer way to ship.
Yeah, but at the same time, you get things shipped from China in 3 to 4 business days usually, so you can get it from the manufacturer into FBA within a week usually. So yeah, it depends on the lead time of the supplier, but realistically, sometimes you can get it within like 2 weeks from ordering. Yeah. Sometimes it's that fast. Sometimes it takes like 5-6 weeks.
It just depends.
Right. Right. And if somebody wanted to just keep it real simple and just have a goal of one product, like replacing a 50K a job year, how much time are they going to have to put into this? Like, because some people are going to have to still work while they transition out of that job into this, obviously. So just to give people an idea, what are they in for? How much time are they going to have to put aside to make this happen?
So, we would like to say, that most people need like 5 to 10 hours a week when you're getting started with your first product, just to get it, take the necessary steps, the necessary action steps to get it up and running. If you have 5 to 10 hours a week, that should be enough for you to begin with.
Yeah, and what I think about the time is, Matt, I'm sure you understand this as well. When you're working, someone's working at a job, they may kind of try and drag out their day because they're there for 8 hours. They're trying to do a bunch of stuff to look busy and do all these different things. But when we're building a business, we're 100% focused on getting results. So we like to work, in compact amounts of time so that we can just do the things that need to get done, and then you don't have to do all the little dilly-dally things to fill time. So really, in 5 to 10 hours, you can get a massive amount of stuff done if you're doing just the right things.
Right, and obviously you guys are, because the amount of money you're making is staggering, so you've obviously got that down, which is fantastic. I mean, this is really exciting. I think, like you guys have shared today, is very inspiring, and I think I encourage people to get into this. I mean, I have pushed people into this. Like my own younger brother's getting into Amazon and doing very well. So, I mean, I think it's the biggest opportunity I've ever seen in my career of being an entrepreneur. I haven't seen anything better than this. What do you guys think about that? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I agree. This is something that is the biggest opportunity for me that I've ever seen. And that's why, I was doing extremely, extremely well in my other businesses. And I'm just, fully delegating those away from me so that I can 100% focus all of my effort, on everything that Daniel and I are doing.
Right, right. Now, what about after Amazon? I know you guys don't only do Amazon. Is there more after Amazon, or can people expand to doing other things with these products that they create, like taking it further, other avenues? What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's like, just as I mentioned, with Amazon being like a launching platform for brands, because you can build your brand up, like your reputation, establish authority on Amazon by being the best brand there. Then you can approach, like, imagine how easy it is to go out and to stores and wholesalers and show them, hey, like look at the products on Amazon, we're number one. They see it like it looks the best, and they're gonna be like, of course I want to buy this product. So you're already starting to do this, and you can like hire a person and just have them do this like all day long, all over like the States or something, and people are just gonna pick it up like crazy. And you have a brand that just, you can just sell. It's amazing.
Yeah, so you build a true brand. Kind of the way that Daniel and I look at it is really kind of a three-pronged attack. We look at this as the launching platform, and it's really good and easy to get things going. And someone can just stop right there. Someone can just get that generated and everything like that, doing really, really well. And then if they want to move on to something, they can. They don't have to though. And then we like to do, we build out e-commerce websites because that allows you to do different types of things with paid traffic and just creating all different types of funnels, which, we like to do that as well. But you can also then, as Daniel mentioned, start wholesaling. You do retail. All these different things are great ways to grow your business and then really leverage, which for us is really, really important, is to leverage the existing work that we did on Amazon. As Daniel mentioned, you can leverage that power of that brand, works into your e-commerce and works into wholesale/retail.
Wow. Okay. So it's Amazon's, and that's awesome. Amazon's a launching platform. I actually never thought of what you said there, Daniel, that you could go to retailers and have the evidence of Amazon. I mean, that makes complete sense to me. That's really compelling. If you could just show somebody, look, we're the best on Amazon, that's got a lot of credibility.
Yeah,
I mean, I can see that would just be a no-brainer. That would work like great guns. So that's fantastic.
And also think of the power of going to that same retailer and saying, look, we're number one on Amazon.com, we're number one on Amazon.co.uk, and we're number one on Germany. And then it's going to be like, they're just going to be like, wow, like, okay.
Right. So the scope is ginormous. If you really wanted to go massive, like what you guys are doing, you can. Oh boy, if somebody doesn't want to go that far, they don't have to. They could just stop at one product if they really wanted to, and just replace their day job and leave it at that. I mean, it's up to you how far you want to go with it, I guess.
Exactly.
Right. Cool. Now, I really appreciate you guys jumping on this call and sharing some of this stuff. I found it fascinating, and I'm sure a lot of other people, or everybody watching this would have. So I just want to take a couple of minutes. I know you guys have got a new coaching program that you've just recently brought out. So I want to take a couple of minutes to tell people about that, because I know for a fact that this is just an awesome course. And I know from people who have been watching this interview, you'll know that the caliber of the guys behind the course, because you can see that they know what they're talking about and what they're doing. So I just want to take a couple of minutes now and walk people through your course, and I'm just going to ask you some questions about the course as well, just to clarify exactly what people get, because I encourage everyone listening to this, go and grab this course, because I'm getting it. I think it's going to be flipping amazing, and I want all of you guys to get it as well, because you'd be pretty stupid not to, because then you can learn from these guys, and why not do that? So I'm just going to share my screen. Hopefully you can see that. If you just want to let me know, Daniel and Ryan, when you can see that.
You can see it.
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah, cool. So your new course is E-Formula Evolution. Fantastic course. I'm going to run through it real quickly now, and I'm going to ask you guys some more questions just about the details of what some of the components in this training are, so people get a really clear picture of what's involved. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious from just talking to you guys that they should get this course anyway, but why not? We'll just take a couple of minutes to run through it anyway, and then we'll give people the link where they can go off and grab it. I will let people know that this course is only open for, I think it's only a couple more days, and then you guys are closing the doors. So if you're watching this now, you're watching a replay of this because it's not live, so you really won't have that much time. So go ahead and grab it, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. So your course is broken down into 5 components. So you can see on the screen here, obviously, we're going to go through these 5 components. You've got the comprehensive training, you've got cutting-edge tools, and you've got a bunch of them as well. You've got tried and tested templates, VIP access, and 3-layer support. So it sounds pretty amazing to me. Let's quickly run through what this course is all about. So your comprehensive training, it's an 11-week course, and it's live training that you roll out. There's 6+ advanced workshops on top of that, and you've got advanced training, videos and reports, outsourcing stuff, drop shipping training, the offline blueprint. We touched on a little bit of that stuff just before, and the business resale blueprint. Can you just give me a quick overview of what's in this training in this part of the course, so people know what they're actually going to be getting when they join?
Yeah, sure. So first, as you mentioned, the first part is the 11 weeks, the live training sessions. This is designed to really take someone A to Z, zero to hero, everything that they need to know exactly to get up selling on Amazon, as well as to expand if they want to. The advanced workshops are going to be more of the advanced, finer point, technical, not technical, but more just like advanced tactics. Something as an example would be like advanced SEO and how to drive organic traffic to your Amazon listing. We're talking about things like email marketing, paid traffic, all are things that are, as we talk about, are not needed to be successful, but nice things to add if you want to. The advanced training videos and reports are going to be additional advanced topics where Daniel and I and our team will be creating advanced videos, different reports and templates that people can just plug right into their business. Obviously, we're very big on outsourcing, so we wanted to completely detail out what we are doing to grow our business through outsourcing. That's been a very big key to the growth of what we've done, as you obviously can only do so much yourself. So as you want to grow and expand, being able to leverage outsourcers is an extremely powerful thing. So not only do we include the training, but now we're talking in here templates, we're talking different processes, all that stuff is going to be detailed out. Drop shipping, this is, sorry, I don't know if you want to keep going here, but drop shipping is basically, we're going to be talking about how you can start adding drop shipping products in there to scale out your brand. Also, how you can leverage the people who do drop shipping to potentially start to private label those products as well. Offline is going to be about selling your products offline. We talked about that a little bit through retail/wholesaling. And then the business resale stuff, talking about building your business with the mindset of actually being able to sell that brand, which is one of the things Daniel and I focus on heavily.
Wow. Okay. Right. So there's over $7,000. I'm sure it's worth a lot more than that with the expertise from you guys in there. So there's everything that you guys know on how to do this stuff in here. So they're going to get access to everything that you guys know how to do, which is just mind-blowing, really. So just to recap, folks, the training part of this course, as you can see on the screen, is basically designed from A to Z. You get everything. It's the easiest way possible. It's streamlined. You're simply going to make money faster because you don't have to work it out. You just copy. You copy their system. Why try and work out your own system when you can just copy somebody else's that's obviously working? It's new and unique way of setting out e-commerce. So just to recap as well, majority of it, 60% of this is Amazon stuff. We looked at the Amazon stuff tonight. We didn't look at other stuff, but just so you know, they do teach how to do e-commerce stores and wholesale. We just talked about that before and how easy that would be once you're established on Amazon. So you really do get a whole business training in one package. So now I know you've got a whole bunch of premium tools. Let's have a talk about them. You got this Amazon Opportunity Finder and a competition spy tool. What do these things do and how are they going to help people?
Okay, so basically these two tools here, the Amazon Opportunity Finder is a way for people to actually much, very quickly and easily find different opportunities that they can start selling on Amazon. We looked at one way that we do it just by literally going on Amazon, and we came across an amazing product that people could potentially sell. But this tool is much more strategic, and it's very, very simple for people to use, and it pulls back very powerful results that they can start selling right away. The competition spy tool is designed to give you an advantage over your actual competition. So just like any business, a smart entrepreneur wants to know what their competition is doing so that they can stay ahead of the game. So Daniel and I wanted to design a tool that allows us to constantly figure out what our competition is doing and to keep track of them, so that if something dramatically changes, we can reverse engineer that and apply that to our business. So really, it's going to give you an advantage over your competition.
Wow, okay, cool. So you've actually got tools that are going to help you find a product and spy on your competition, so you don't have to do any of this manually. That's amazing. So it's over $9,000 worth of product tools. That's pretty incredible. So we've also got a customer review and acquisition software and description master. Can you walk me through what these things are?
Yeah, so the customer review and acquisition software is basically designed. There's this thing that we do that's going to be part of the training. It's kind of like a secret sauce to dominating on Amazon. We call it the internal promotion engine. We're going to teach everyone how to design that. So this tool is designed to work with that and get us more reviews and collect all the leads that we get through Amazon. We can get through Amazon, but most people never collect those leads. But at the end of the day, the leads are the things that you'll never lose, and if you sell your business, that's the most valuable thing you have in a lot of cases. So it's just basically a customer, relations management tool. And then Description Master is a very simple tool, but what it does is that it creates a very nice looking description, and it spits out HTML, so you can put that into your when you set up your listing on Amazon. So it comes out as a nice looking description with bullet points and bold text and color text and all that stuff.
Wow, okay. That's an incredible range of tools there. So let's just move along, and then we're going to recap all of these tools. So what's this CrowdForce? This is another tool you've got here. You've got a massive amount of tools. It's amazing.
Yeah, so CrowdForce, I really want you to think of it as kind of like that virtual assistant in the background working for you. What it's going to do is it's going to scour the internet and find all these different opportunities that you can actually take advantage of. And then basically you or one of your team members or outsourcers can go and post on maybe a forum or comment on something, and all that traffic is going to be designed to either send it to your Amazon listing or maybe even to an opt-in page so you can start to build your list. As Daniel mentioned, we're really big fans of building a list and getting that customer data, so we want to do that as well. But let's just use a quick example. If I'm selling train horns and there's a forum where someone posts and asks, does anyone know where I can get a train horn on sale, and maybe they want to buy it for Christmas, so as a Christmas gift. Well, CrowdForce would find that opportunity and add it to a to-do list, and someone could then go in and comment and say, hey, I just want to let you know I sell train horns, been selling them for X amount of time. Here's a 50% off coupon. You can buy it right here, and then send them right to your actual listing. So it's a very,
Wow.
very powerful tool. But what's even my favorite part about it is it long term it builds upon each other. So you're going to continue to get more and more traffic the more to-dos that you end up doing inside this beautiful tool.
Wow, that's an incredible tool. That's flipping amazing. Okay, so let's just recap. I just want to recap all these tools. So you've got five different software tools that they get when they join, which is over $12,000 of value. So you got the Amazon Opportunity Finder. It's going to help you find the best products faster, so you don't have to manually look for them. This tool is going to find them for you. You get to spy on your competition. You got tools that help you build a list and get customer reviews. Helps you write your descriptions in a way that's going to help you sell. And then CrowdForce we just talked about, which is basically doing the background work for you automatically. That's flipping amazing. Okay, so that's basically the summary of the tools. Over 12 grand with the tools. Pretty cool. So let's look at part 3. You got a whole bunch of these templates. Can you walk me through what these are and how they're going to help people?
Yeah, so one of the things that we wanted to do is we wanted to make it easy for people to start taking action because, as I mentioned, speed of implementation is so important, and really that focus is really important as well. So we created these templates that, example, Amazon description templates. These are going to be a collection of different templates that people can use as a guide to create their Amazon description. It's going to have best practices, all of that stuff already implemented in. So if you follow this guide, you're going to be leaps and bounds ahead of what other people are actually putting as their description. And as you can see, we looked at competition where their descriptions were absolutely horrible. So just having these templates are going to be a major advantage for you. The customer email guide, this is going to be designed to help you effectively follow up with their customers. One of the most important things to do is to follow up properly because these are people that have already purchased. You want to be able to build rapport with them. You want them to know, like, and trust you so that they leave reviews, buy future products, all that stuff. We're going to help you do that with our email guide. The phone follow-up script, just imagine how powerful this is to actually be able to pick up the phone and call someone and talk to them about the order. You don't have to do this, obviously, but I've ordered a massive amount of products from Amazon, and no one has ever called me. So the ability to stand apart from what other people are doing is really, really powerful. And we're going to explain exactly how we do that in the phone follow-up script. Again, that is optional. Outsourcing process sheets, as I mentioned, these are designed to help you get more done and to really help you start building your team. There's obviously tasks that we discussed, like design, that we're all not experts at, and you can start right away utilizing the process sheets and everything to help you outsource your business. Inventory management tracker, this is a major, major, major time saver. Managing all the inventory that you may have as your business starts to grow can be very complex if you don't have something that you can utilize to help with that. So we've built a custom spreadsheet that you'll be able to actually use to manage all of your stocks so that you know, or your team knows, when exactly you should reorder and keep track of everything.
Right, awesome. So most sellers on Amazon have got no idea about any of this stuff, I'm assuming. They don't have access to these templates and guides and cheat sheets and inventory stuff, do they?
Exactly, yeah, they don't have access to any of this, so again, this is going to give you major,
Right.
major customers.
Right, so it sort of makes it a no-brainer. All of that, they get all that software, all the scripts done for you, and then obviously all your training to show them how to pull it all together. But you got more even, and I'm going to keep going through what's more. Tell me about this. Looks exciting. The VIP access stuff. Can you explain what this is about?
Yeah, so one of the things that Daniel and I are big proponents of is we want to not just teach people exactly what we're doing, but we want to work with them. And I think that really sets us apart. We want to really groom everyone that is part of our training so that they can know everything that we're doing so that we could potentially partner and join forces with them, and they can leverage all of our team and all of our resources and everything like that. So that's our VIP partnership program, and obviously it's not going to be a right fit for everyone. We have to look for the right fit in every candidate, but they're going to have access to be able to apply for that, and we have a whole process. The other thing that Daniel and I are big about is we have staff in China. You can see in that right picture there, I'm holding this beautiful pink heart while we're visiting. We're visiting a factory there with the team, as you can see, and this is something that we're going to be, working on putting a trip together. So this is something that they'll be able to. Everyone that's part of this group will qualify to be able to come and join us if we do the trip and everything.
Wow, that's exciting. Really exciting. Cool. All right, so just to recap here, VIP access, we got lifetime access to the members area, eFormula evolution updates. Just walk me through real quick what this stuff is all about, and then we'll sort of go over again everything they get in a summary.
Sure. So, we want people to always have access to the members area, the training videos and tools so that they can continue to grow and expand their business. So that's going to be the access there. The lifetime access to any updates. Anytime we update tools or anything like that, we'll update everybody on that. They'll get all the updates free of charge. It's not going to be something that we're going to try and upsell them on, anything like that. An entry into our VIP prize draw. Again, we want to reward action takers. To us, I'm going to reiterate how important speed of implementation is, and even people taking advantage of this opportunity. We want people to act, and we want to reward them for it. So we're going to have different VIP prize draw for different things throughout the course. Some of the things you'll be able to win is just cold hard cash. You'll be able to win one-on-one consultations with Daniel and I can tell you that the people that we've done these with have literally took their businesses to completely new levels in just 1 hour of consulting. So these are extremely valuable. And then also some fun stuff, like Steve has a beautiful boat down in Florida, and it's got 3 bedrooms on it, and he's going to have a captain, everything. You can go spend a weekend on Steve's boat and take advantage of that and go out on the water, party, have a good time.
So I just want to clarify, because there's a lot of courses on training courses that people create, and they just create them. Once they've sold the course, you never really hear from them again. It's sad, but it happens a lot. So you guys aren't doing that. You're actually creating a community of people that you want to get to know, and that you want to help, and you want to even potentially partner with, right? So that's very unique. You don't hear that very often. Am I right in saying that's what you're trying to create here?
100%. 100%. We really want to build a relationship with these people, and we really want to be able to, grow with them.
Right. That's awesome. I just think it's so exciting what you're creating here. So then there's obviously the support side of it. Sadly, a lot of crappy products out there have no support. People buy a product and then they're alone. Nobody answers the support ticket. Obviously, that's not going to be the case with your course. So just tell me a little bit about what sort of support, as you can see on the screen, the things. Just quickly walk us through this slide so they know the support they're going to get.
Yeah, we want to make sure that there's 3 layers of support. With everything that we've done, we know that it's extremely important that people are supported. So they're going to have direct access to us. That means that they'll be able to ask questions to, Daniel, myself, Aiden, Tim, and Steve will be able to all answer these questions for people. They'll be able to get direct access to other members. They'll be able to contact other members using our private forum and be able to get any access and questions answered inside there. Then also we have our support desk. And this support desk is designed to really help people with any type of tech support, admin issues. But what's great about the support desk as well, if there's a particular question in there that they can't answer, they'll escalate it to the correct person, and then it'll get answered directly by Daniel, myself, Aiden, Tim, or Steve. So again, you're getting a lot of support because we really want you to be successful, because the more success you have, the more opportunity that we have to partner with successful students.
Right. Fantastic. I think it's great you're creating a community of people so they're never going to be on their own doing it. Now, there's this last slide here, and then I want to talk about some extra bonuses that I'm going to be throwing in for people, because I'm really behind this course. So tell me a little bit about the secret sauce. I mean, we learned a lot of your tips today. I'm sure that wasn't all of them. I mean, I'm sure you've kept, most of it's in the course they got to get. So what is the secret sauce really here? Explain this to me.
So we have a lot of things, obviously, that we've developed, and a lot of things that we've tested, tried, tracked, improved upon, and that's the secret sauce. These are really our closely guarded secrets. They're throughout the entire program. People are going to be learning them one step at a time so that they'll be able to easily take action on them. Some examples Daniel mentioned: our internal promotion engine. This is a very, very powerful thing that allows us to really think of it as like a back-end funnel for your business, where you're taking people through certain processes to really maximize what your business can do. And then you have the external promotion engine. That all ties into our internal promotion engine. We're going to be talking about top secret ways that we get customer reviews, our customer review and acquisition software. We're going to be talking about some in-house secrets on how to use those tools for your biggest advantage. Obviously, templates and design to facilitate, all of our other secrets. All of that is in line. But at the end of the day, as it says here, if you want to succeed with Amazon e-commerce, this is without a doubt the best way to do it. Daniel and I and our team, and even Tim, Aiden, and Steve, we are all in the trenches every day building this business. It's not like something that we just put together and it is out there. This is our lifeblood, and we are sharing that with everyone so they can do the exact same thing.
Wow, that's fantastic. It's really exciting. So there's over 30 grand worth of value in the training, the tools, and everything, which is incredible. Just quickly, there's a couple of over-the-top bonuses that I remember one of your business partners, Aiden, mentioning to me the other day. beta access to software X. Obviously, you can't really tell us too much about that, but can you give us a little bit of a hint on what this is about, some special
Yeah,
software
so
that you're developing?
basically, this has been in development for a while, and this is a tool that Daniel and I cannot wait for it to be done because it's going to save our team a massive amount of time, and it's going to be it's just going to absolutely be awesome for your entire Amazon business. Again, I don't want to give away too much, but just basically just know that we are eagerly waiting ourselves for this to finally be done, and we're going to share it once it's all completed for everyone else to be able to leverage as well.
Right, okay, so that's on top of all the other software they get as well. Cool. And the last bonus here is the Thought Leader Bundle. So what's this? Can you quickly explain this, and then we'll sort of summarize everything they get in the product, and we'll give people a chance to go over and sign up.
Yeah, then
So basically, what we're wanting to do with the Thought Leader Bundle is there's obviously tons of people that are really great at specific tactics, and we want people to be able to connect with these absolute tacticians on exactly what they're these ninjas of maybe Facebook marketing or SEO or anything like that. So we're going to bring in, obviously we have lots of really good friends in this industry that are doing really well in certain types of specialties. We want to bring those in so that they can learn exactly what these people are doing and how to apply it to your business.
Cool. Okay, great. Okay, so I'm just going to recap everything for the folks watching, just so they know exactly what they can get when they go and join in a moment. So you got the live training. We went through all the levels of training that you're going to give them. So everything you guys know, they're going to get access to, which is flipping amazing. That on its own would be enough for this course, in my opinion. So that's over $7,000. They get 5 of the software tools. That's over $5,000, plus this other one that is too secret to reveal. They get that too when it finally comes out. They get all your templates that most other sellers or no other sellers on Amazon have got access to, $1,800. They get all the support, VIP access, over $9,400, $6,500, all the bonuses that you just mentioned. So it's over 30 grand worth of stuff. So pretty flippin' amazing. Considering the amount of money that you guys are making, 30 grand seems relatively inexpensive compared to a lot of other things out there. So the development costs of all your tools as well. Obviously, running software is not cheap. So there's $73,000 in just development cost to get these tools, and they get all of them for free. Those are the 5 tools, again, just for people in case you forgot. I know you guys have been sort of promoting your course recently. This last couple of days, we've sent emails out about it, and you had quite a lot of people wanting to sign up. So it's going to max out pretty soon. I think you guys are closing the doors very soon. But just to give you, the guys watching this, an idea of the buzz that's been around this, they had 10,000 people sign up to the early bird waiting list, and you can see the numbers actually on the screen there. So it's gonna be closing soon, so you really got to take action. So and by the way, they have no plans, as far as I'm aware. Talking to Aiden the other day, your other business partner, and Daniel, there's no plans to reopen this. So there really is just a one-time opportunity. So if you miss it, you miss it. It's just the way it goes. I highly hope you don't miss it, because you'd just be so gutted if you missed it. So let's talk about the price of the course. We looked at the values over 30 grand. You're not even going to charge people 20. You're not even going to charge people 9,997 or even 5 grand, although I think that would be pretty fair, 5 grand. So what's the price that they're going to pay to get in? Not even 2 grand, not even 3 grand. You can get in for 567 bucks today. There's 3 payments of that. I think it's a flipping incredible deal. If you look at everything we talked about in this webinar or on this Google chat today, and all the value of you get, to me that's a no-brainer. We looked at how easy it would be to replace a full-time income with one product on Amazon. I mean, that's one product. We looked at the number of sales. It's pathetic. We looked at how crappy the competition is on Amazon, and when people haven't got a clue and they're still making money, just think about how much better you'll do when you've got access to all these tools and this expertise in this community. It's a complete no-brainer, folks. So just go and grab it. I'm going to give you the URL to do that in a second. Before I do, I just want to tell you about a bunch of extra bonuses that my colleague Mark Ling and I are actually going to give people On top of all the stuff that you just got then that we went through in the course, we're going to give you some extra bonuses. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to fly through these, and then we're going to wrap up this call. The URL that you need to go to is this one. If you want to buy this course before it closes, you got to go to efevolution.com. So just go and load that into a browser now, efevolution.com. Go and grab it if you want to, or just stick around for a second. I'm going to show you about an extra bunch of bonuses. So I'm going to throw in a live coaching session with myself called Sourcing Secrets. This is a live workshop event that I'm going to be running with anyone that buys through us and only through us. Basically, I'm going to show you how to source products the way that I do it. In the course, you get to see how Daniel and the rest of the team do it. I've been sourcing products for quite a few years, doing my own branded products from 9 different countries from all around the world. So I'll show you how I do it, so you're just going to have extra value on top of that. So finding a product for you guys is really not going to be a problem. The amount of advantage you'll have over anyone else on Amazon is pretty much going to be ridiculous. You also get the China sourcing report put together by Daniel, who spent 2 weeks traveling around China, basically working out in a nutshell how to source exactly from China without screwing it up. And he summarized it into a report called the China Sourcing Report. You get that as a bonus thrown in. I'm also going to do another live coaching session called the Amazon Mastermind Strategies. This is some Amazon strategies that I've personally learned. I have my own Amazon business doing this stuff. I didn't really allude to that in this webinar because I didn't want to focus on what I'm doing, but I've been doing this stuff for a while, and I've networked with other people and learned strategies that maybe won't be in that course, that I'm going to give you those advanced strategies to help shoot products to the top of Amazon. You also get the Amazon Rolodex bonus, which is as Daniel has grown his Amazon business, he's developed a large list of resources that he uses for every product. We're talking about things like designers, getting labels made, videos created, basically all the best resources he's bundled into one to save you having to work all that out, and you get that as a bonus. You also get the Amazon Social Blitz bonus, which is a video training course done by a colleague of mine who's also doing extremely well on Amazon, but his main expertise is Facebook, and he's just really awesome at Facebook, and he knows how to drive super targeted traffic to Amazon pages from Facebook. So he's going to throw in this bonus for you guys who are doing Amazon so that you can crush it using Facebook traffic. So it just gives you an extra advantage. You get the outsourcing blueprint report from Ryan and Daniel. They're going to show you exactly how they do all their outsourcing, and in a report to basically step-by-step lay it out so you guys don't have to guess how to outsource. They're actually in the Philippines right now, which is one of the main outsourcing hubs for this type of business model. So there's no one better to learn than how to do that than these two. On top of that, we're also going to help you even further find good products by giving you a database, top secret database of suppliers, where there's thousands of suppliers that we've already security screened. Our staff have already checked them and screened them to be legitimate wholesalers of products. So these are from all around the world. They're quality products that you could go and grab straight away, and there's a database that you'll get private access. You'll actually get logins to this database when you get this bonus. We're also going to throw in a bunch of expert interviews, Keith Baxter, Rusty Moore, and Keith Buck Jr. on just other aspects of internet marketing that'll help you sell on Amazon, on your e-commerce stores if you want. Stuff like SEO, conversions, social media. So these guys are at the top of their game, and you get to learn from them as well. Mark Ling, a buddy of mine, a lot of you will know Mark Ling. He's making millions online. He's going to do a bonus called Kindle Cash and teach you how to make money with Kindle and how to use it to build email lists. And as you learned in this presentation, building an email list is a handy way to help drive any business. So Mark will show you how to drive traffic and even just make money on Kindle as well. And finally, the best bonus, I'm going to leave it for last, is we want to remove all the risks for you guys. I'm obviously standing behind this course. I'm actually going to be a member of this course. I believe in it because I know the guys that are doing this are the real deal. I know they're making the money they say they are. They're at the top of their game. So we're going to put our money where our mouth is and give you $1,000 of inventory covered. So it's called the buyback system, which is valid for 6 months. So what that means is you get into this Amazon, you get your first product, you do exactly what Ryan and Daniel and the rest of their team tell you to do. You follow through. If for whatever reason you guys are worried that you won't be able to sell the stock, it's not going to happen. I can guarantee you that. But even if you're worried about it and you think, I don't want to get stuck with inventory I can't sell, because I know that's a common worry or concern, well, Mark Ling and I are going to cover you for $1,000 worth of inventory, and it's valid for 6 months. So it totally removes all the risk for you guys. It's a no-brainer. I mean, not only is the course so affordable for what they're giving you, we're actually going to give you another $1,000 to cover you. So there's really no risk at all. On top of that, you get a 60-day money-back guarantee for the course itself. So you've actually got 60 days to make up your mind. Like, go and buy the course now, but then you got 60 days to make up your mind on it because you get a full refund. But on top of the refund that they give you, the 100% refund, we're also going to cover you for $1,000 inventory for 6 months. So all you got to do, folks, to join up before they close the doors is go to efevolution.com. Go and do that right now. The second step you got to do is obviously buy the course. And then once you've done that, you got to send a copy of your receipt to that email address on the screen. Take that down now. It's support@afilorama.com. So once again, that's support@afilorama.com. We've already had a bunch of people go through us already this week, and some people were forgetting that email address, so please don't be one of them. Just write that down now. Within 24 hours, we'll get back to you and give you all the bonuses that you see on the screen. Now, that's just the bonuses. Remember that you get everything that they mentioned in the course as well. So all in all, folks, if that's not a no-brainer, I really don't know what is, because there's no better way to make money online, in my opinion, right now. I've never seen an opportunity like this before. So I just want to thank you guys so much for jumping on this call with me and taking the time to share your expertise and tell us about your course. And I'm really excited. I'm going to be going through it. I think it's a really good opportunity for people. So thank you so much.
Hey, Matt, you're welcome. And I just want to again mention, just in case you guys didn't see it on the screen, it is efformula.com, right? Where they want to go?
Sorry, I'll just get it up again because I've completely forgotten as well.
Yeah, it wasn't actually showing up here on the screen on our side, so I just want to make sure people are...
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Can you see it on the screen now? Maybe it's not. One second, I'll just share. I'll share the slides again. 1 second, I'll get that up.
And I want people, while we're doing that, just think, okay, there we go. So efevolution.com. If you've got questions, obviously just email support@afilorama.com. Remember, you can get started for one payment of $567. And just, guys, real quick, just remember that example that we looked at, that car mount holder. So what do you need to even get to that $567? If we use that example again of selling 10 units a day at $15 profit, you only need 4 days, and you've already exceeded that. You've already made $600 in 4 days, and you still have the rest of the month. So it is absolutely, you've got the example right now that you could run with to really start to build this business. And now let us show you everything else that you need to get there. So
yeah,
efevolution.com.
Yeah, absolutely. Go on now, folks, because you haven't got a lot of time because the doors are closing to this, and that is absolutely the truth. Don't think that's some sort of false scarcity tactic that some people pull. It's actually the truth, because they close the doors so they can actually do a live. They have to roll the course out. So it's not one of those courses that's just already ready to go. They roll it out on a live event. So you can't get in afterwards. So don't muck around and miss this, because you guys are going to so miss out. The rest of us are going to turn our backs on the rest of the world, close the doors, and go off and build massive Amazon businesses, and you'll miss out. So I don't want you guys to be one of those. I really don't. So go and take action now. Daniel, Ryan, thank you so much for taking the time out of your business to come and spend time with my list and Mark Ling's list to teach us what you do and tell us about your training. It's brilliant. I really appreciate that.
You're very welcome, Matt. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, thanks everybody. Go and grab the course now, and I'll talk to you all again soon. And bye for now.
Bye bye.